Hello and welcome back to basefan.com. Join me in the Basefan office. Today I'll be showing you in, out and underneath of a 2019 Fiat Ducato ambulance. Obviously it's 4.2 tonne, it's got all the insulation and all the stuff that you need to make a perfect camper van. So if you're interested in that, please do watch on. A 19 plate Fiat Ducato on the ramp, 167,787 miles on this one, if memory serves. We'll start from the front. The tyres are Michelin Agilis cross climates all the way around, as is to be expected on these Fiat ambulances. Very good tyres, very much top of the range. Will cost you an arm and a leg, but these already have them, so do not worry. 19th week of 2022 on the front. And as for the back, it's a 19th week of 2024, so very good tread. Very recent tyre, obviously they're not going to be perished or anything like that. So continuing on, 2.3 litre and 6-speed manual gearbox. This doesn't have AdBlue, even though it's a 19 plate. They have a twin EGR system instead, which means that the AdBlue troubles and another consumable to buy is not a factor. And generally they are pretty good. They're pretty widely used. They're used in these, they're used in RV-cos, amongst a couple of other random bits that you find them in. Decent engines, to be fair. They're not too bad. And then coming down the sills, obviously, nice and straight on both sides. So too can be said for the outside. Just walk around, show you the other side as well. Yeah, nice and straight on there too. Now, with this being a 2019, obviously, if you've seen any of the 65 plate ones, you'll realise that they've got a big ramp cut into the back of them. They're no good, to be fair, unless you're thinking of loading bikes or similar into the back of them. I wouldn't recommend it when you could buy one that doesn't have it. That's probably the better option, only because these are all galvanised underneath, and the metal that they put in when they put a ramp in isn't. And sometimes even when they have air suspension on the back, you can't put leaves back in, so you're stuck with the air suspension setup, which obviously isn't the case on this one because it had a power loader in the back, meaning that there's no need to put a ramp in and no need to put air suspension in, so you've got your traditional leaf spring setup instead. So without further ado, let's go and have a look around the outside of the van. So, as promised, let's have a look around the outside of this beauty. Well, the outside and the inside, of course. Starting off with the bodywork, as you can see, it's pretty good on this side. You've got your 240 volt and 110 volt hookup. There's a little bit of a whack on there. Maybe if someone's going to hand paint the van and this is not too much of a problem. Maybe you're not and you want to get it looked at, but it's purely visual, nothing structurally bad there. You've got your little CCTV cameras up there. Nice singular window on this side. Realistically, the outside is about it. It's a yellow ambulance, really. That's about it. Your two single captain seats on in the front. There is an MOT pass sheet recently. No advisories, I'm glad to say. Stepping into the passenger side, and you can see you have your radio there with a nice Fiat badge on it, and your climate control, which is obviously only a single zone climate control on these, but it does the job very well still. You can just usually turn that up or down. If you want it 30 degrees, you can have it 30 degrees. If you want it 16 degrees, you can have it 16 degrees. I'm going to turn it off because I just feel about right at the moment. Hand controls on the steering wheel. Obviously you've got your volume and your phone call stuff that you can do if you connect your phone to it. And then, obviously if you're looking there, you can see no warning lights. 167,788 miles, so it must have gone up since driving it around the yard since the last part of the video I looked underneath it. Yeah, really. It's quite nice little seating position here, these Fiats. They're quite a sort of soft feeling cab. They're not too hard with jaggedy edges and really rough, scratchy materials. They're pretty plush in here, to be honest. I do quite like them. Electric windows just come as standard. Electric mirrors, which I'm pretty sure also come as standard. So you've got your central locking and stuff like that. There's a light here, it says Bullhorn, but there's nothing plugged into it, unfortunately. And yeah, really, for the front, you've obviously got that mirror there, which would typically be a reversing camera, but since it's been decommissioned, it doesn't work, unfortunately. Doesn't mean that you can't go through the trouble of rewiring it back in, maybe making it on a separate thing, just having this screen still there. Your dimensions as normal. I do quite like the headlights on these as well, to be fair. On the earlier shape, let's see if I can find one. Yeah, I like that one over there. They just have like normal kind of just normal headlights. I don't know how to explain it, but these ones have got nice like nice LED day running light in them. I think it looks pretty smart, to be honest. Jumping into the back, we have had this one stripped. I put a photo of what they looked like before here. But this one has had the seat taken out. There, it's had the power loader removed, obviously, as they all do. We've left the seat in, purely for the reason of it's a nice enough seat. It's got Isofix. So if you're taking kids out or anything like that, they're a good option. There's normally a load of units up here that basically take a lot of the van away from you, so realistically you're probably going to want to remove that anyway. A little window into the cab, which if I remember rightly can only actually open from the cab, which I suppose is not necessarily a bad thing. Plenty of overhead storage and space to put your food supplies, maybe toilet roll or similar, and if you're making this into a camper van. And yeah, loads of random different spots. Whether you want to keep them or get rid, it's completely up to you. You will need a new pair of batteries and, by the looks of things, an inverter for this, but otherwise all of the wiring is all working perfectly. Nice little double glazed windows. Obviously there's no gas or anything in them, so they're not technically really double glazed. It's just the fact that they've got two panes of windows and blinds there. So yeah, realistically, if you're needing a van that's going to be a good camper, it's a proven test. Obviously all the campers that you see are these Ducatos, if you would have noticed. And let's say you have a C1 license or you passed before 1997 and you can drive something that's 4,250 kilograms in gross weight, and this could be the van for you. So hopefully this video has been informative. Get down here and have a look at this one. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.